Yerp, it's Perp back with another video, and I thought, hey, why not make top another top 10 list for 2019? But this is not going to be any top 10. This is not my highly anticipated albums because these artists that I'm about to name, I have no idea if they're working on any projects this year or have plans to drop any projects this year. This is just my list of what albums I want for this year, and hopefully some of these come to fruition and drop, because I think this is a pretty interesting list. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below um, about my list. Do you agree? Let me know some of your artists that you're anticipating. But let's get into the number 10 spot, and it's J Electronica. It's like, nah, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. It's Kanye West. Um, Kanye West has been pissing a lot of people off in 2018. I'm kind of fed up with him now too, like X amount of years later, but I'm still anticipating his music. I think that's the only thing he has left that people actually care about, other than his shoes, because nobody buy his clothes. Let's be honest. But yeah, Yandi, I'm still anticipating, and I'm pretty sure, I'm almost going to guarantee that he's going to change the whole name from Yandi to something else. But be really interesting to see if he drops this album, what it's going to sound like. We can only imagine where his head's going to be, probably up his ass. But production level, nobody's touching Kanye still. No, nobody. But on to number 9, Big Sean. Now, Big Sean, he's been, it's kind of been iffy for him, I say. He's been playing it safe, but I think if he drops an album, this might be his biggest project, maybe. Who knows? Maybe he can get it right this time. I think Big Sean is still a heavy hitter, still could spit, but he is yet to really challenge himself. And I think with this next project, if he does end up dropping this year, we'll do just that. We're just going to wait and find that out. I'm very interested to see if he has a project waiting to drop, because usually he drops it in February. But anyways, moving along. Let's get into number 8. Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino had a stellar last couple years. You know what I'm saying? He's doing big movie roles, but regardless of how you felt about them, he's still doing that. He's killing it on television. Said a while ago he's gonna retire the Childish Gambino name. Probably just gonna go by Donald Glover now as a rapper or something like that. Or this is probably gonna be his last project. Hopefully, I was expecting him to drop something last year in 2018, but I guess not. I think he's due for an album this year. It was when he dropped. I think he dropped at his last project the end of 2016. Yeah. But yeah, I'll be looking forward to hearing what he's got coming. Next up, at number 7, Kid Cudi. Now, Kid Cudi is one of my favorite artists. He's been on a roll. He's been in his zone. So hopefully, because this will be like the 10th anniversary of Man on the Moon 1 this year. So hopefully we can get a Man on the Moon 3. I'm hoping, because it seems like Cudi is in a really good headspace, more than he was a few years back, dropping all those projects. I just checked out his interview, whatever, on Jada Pinkett show. It was really, really dope interview. If you haven't gone check that out, go check that out on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Man on the Moon 3, I need that. I need that this year, man. That would be amazing. We just gotta have to wait, see on that. But the next one I got at number 6 It's my boy Smoke DZA. Now I know a lot of people don't know who Smoke DZA is. He is a Harlem rapper. I've been following him since like '08, back in the substance abuse days. George Cush the Button, just he just dropped 2 mixtapes recently. One was like a Christmas jaunt, and the other one was him just going off other people's beats. But his last project was with Pete Rock, Don't Smoke Rock, which is a dope ass album. For all you hip hop purists out there, that shit was a dope ass album. Really interested to see if he tags up with like Harry Fraud and everybody and gets some new productions. But this next one, y'all think are gonna think I'm pretty crazy. But number 5, got my nigga Jay Beezy, Justin Bieber. Now, y'all might be thinking to yourself, Perp, why the fuck do you got Justin Bieber on this list? I'll tell you why. Because his last album, Purpose, was fucking phenomenal, damn near flawless, and made me a believer. Not a believer, wherever the fuck they call it, whatever his fan base is called, definitely made me a believer. This bit, like, whatever have you view Justin Bieber band, like, this nigga can make some really good music, and Purpose is a great example of that, and why you shouldn't sleep on him, and why he's made this list, and why y'all should stop hating, and why I'm about to move on to the next one. Going on to number 4 is Frank Ocean. Now, Frank Ocean, with all this talk, with all the king of R&Bs, why isn't Frank Ocean mentioned as the king of R&B for this generation? Because I don't see anybody really writing the way Frank Ocean does, the way he rolls out music and whatnot. He's literally like the hip hop's version of Adele, the way he releases music. Even though his last project was like 2016, and it's 2019 now, he's probably not likely to drop this year. He'll probably drop next year. But it'd be interesting to see him drop another project, because I think he just has a lot of music in the tank somewhere. But anyways, let's keep it moving. Number 3, Schoolboy Q. Enough said. I love Schoolboy's music ever since his first album. Even before that, even just his first debut album, Oxymoron, fucking classic. Then the last one he dropped back in like 2017, 2016. That shit was. I'm drawing a blank on the name right now. Forgive me, but that shit is. He's just got the most interesting flow for a West Coast artist. People want to hype up Blueface, but I'm like, nah. Schoolboy is hella slept on, bro. Like, people sleep on Schoolboy. Schoolboy is definitely a top tier artist, and definitely needs to drop a project this year, man. I need that in my life, man. I really need a Schoolboy album. And also Absol, man. Get on y'all shits, man. But the next one is another TDE member, Isaiah Rashad. I remember his last project, Sun's Tirade. That shit is classic to me. Like, songs like Gold Ropes and shit like that. That shit is amazing. Really curious to see what he's gonna come out with this time around. It's been a long time, a little bit too long. Not too long, but it's been 3 years, so I'm definitely expecting an Isaiah project. It's gonna be an interesting year for TDE, definitely. TDE and definitely Dreamville. But I think this year TDE is definitely gonna pop their heads out again. And that leaves me with my very last choice of what album I want to drop this year, and that is Kendrick. Kendrick has to drop this year, man. Like he drops every 2 years. This will be perfect. Drops. I see him dropping something either in March or April, or hell, he'll even probably go into June. I could see him dropping something around June, but so far, out of all the artists that came out in this generation, Kendrick's been the most consistent next to Drake. But I'm saying album wise, his album's been 10 for 10 so far. He hasn't dropped one flop. Um, Really interested to see what Kendrick is cooking up, what type of sound he's gonna go for this time around, what type of influences is he gonna take? Is he gonna give us because he always gives us something crazy, something we can remember. But yeah, that's just my list. Something I wanted to just put out there. Like I said, let me know what you guys think about in the comments. What are you looking forward to this year, or what do you want to drop this year? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll check y'all out in the next video. Peace.